Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so as you can see from the title of today's video, we are talking about the Alabama abortion ban. Okay, so for everyone who doesn't know or has been living under a rock for the last few weeks, Alabama introduced a abortion ban, and it was the House bill called 314, or the Human Life Protection Act. How ironic. Um, the bill was passed on the lower house on April 30th. It was passed on the Senate on May 14th, and it was signed into law by Governor Kay Ivory on May 16th. So, also, we're gonna talk about the fact that it is a full ban. Like, there's also the only way abortions are allowed are in cases where the mother's life is in jeopardy. That means that if a woman is the byproduct of rape or incest, still can't have an abortion. Okay, so this is absolutely atrocious, absolutely horrible, and like I said like a few minutes ago, they call it it's House Bill 314, or the Human Life Protection Act, which I think is pretty ironic considering they're all about protecting the fetus, or the basically clump of cells, but don't really give a shit about the actual mother's life, who actually has no choice but to actually go through a pregnancy now. Alabama morons. Like, I think it's abundantly clear that this ban is absolutely fucking stupid and ridiculous. The amount of women they are actually hurting by this ban is unbelievable. Like, I feel so bad for all the women who actually live in in Alabama, who just can't get an abortion if they actually need one. Like, I mean, not every woman can actually afford to have a child. Not to mention I mean, the hospital bills alone will, like, it's insane. I don't know if insurance companies will cover that shit. And even if she gives the child up for an adoption, which isn't exactly the best idea, really, well, for the mother, it's pretty much only the only way they can do it, because most women who have abortions either don't want children or can't afford to have a child, or they don't like the adoption system, because let's just say the adoption system is terrible. Like, the children that are in there end up staying in there almost their entire lives, unless they're really, really lucky, or really, really young, and they actually do get adopted. Or the fact that the kids that actually do get adopted, the process to adopt is so long and incredibly expensive. Like, it's like thousands of dollars just to adopt a single child. And I'm just like, okay, all these people who are like, oh, pro-life, it's a child, it's a life, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. If you really actually care a shit about a child, maybe you should be looking at the adoption system, the foster care system, so you can actually better it, and not it just be the rampant bullshit that it is now. I mean, I intend on adopting, and the thousands of dollars. It's just gonna be, oh, I mean, at this rate, it's more like you're essentially not even really adopting a child. It's more like you're buying a child, which is horrible in that alone itself, because you have to pay so much money just to adopt, and the process takes years to adopt, which is absolutely insane. And I'm just over here like, why? Like, it literally bothers me so much that all of these people who are pro-life are like, that's a life, abortion is wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then you look over, like, and then, you present them with, well, what about the adoption system? If you care so much about children, why don't you care about that? And guess what? Them bitches don't have shit to say. They're like, well, as long as the child is alive. Yeah, because, I mean, like, all these religious people who are all for pro-life literally don't give a shit about that child the moment it's born. They're like, oh, you didn't have an abortion. The child is here. It's alive. It's in the world. Blah, blah, blah. Great. And then they just move on. And I'm just like, I'm sitting over here like, uh-huh. Not to mention, there is like several verses in the Bible that actually condone abortion. So you be over here like, oh, abortion's wrong, and be like, oh really? Because it says this in the Bible, it condones it more than once in the Bible, but you over here crying about, oh, it's alive, it's alive, it's alive. I'm just. So safe to say I'm a little angry over this issue because I find this completely horrible. But on the side note, I would like to thank South Korea because they are absolutely fucking fabulous. Because the entire country has marketed discrimination against abortion to be unconstitutional, which means that any woman anywhere in South Korea can get an abortion whenever she wants to, which I think is absolutely amazing. So I saw it on Twitter, and I even commented, I'm like, this is what needs to happen in America. And I'd like to say that it will happen, but I just feel like there's too many pro-life people that are constantly going to be fighting about it. The best thing we can do is advocate for women's rights and women's right to choose best we can. So that is it for today's video. Please do comment, like, subscribe down below. Let me know what you think about this. Yeah, and I'd like to say that we might be able to appeal it or something, but I don't know. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. All right, bye guys.